In this video, I'm going to show you my A+ strategy, which has helped me to make more than 10K in these two recent trades. And you just need to analyze one thing, which is still repeating over and over. So let's get into it. All right, so it's basically nothing else than the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. It has to be part of my ranges. So as you know, I am trading a ranges. If you don't know about it, you can check my free base camp, right? And what has to be happening in here? You have, for example, some price action right in here, and this is where your range is being created, right? And now it is where the accumulation, manipulation, distribution is coming into the play, right? So we have the range, but what we want to see a manipulation. But before the price manipulates, we want to see it a little bit doing some ranging and accumulation. Why? Because in this moment, basically the market makers are creating liquidity in here, and mostly you will see a false breakout. Why it is happening? Why they're taking price above these highs? Because one is this happening, this breakout takes the traders into a long, and more stop losses, in other words, more liquidity will appear down here, right? So then the price drops lower. This is a manipulation phase and starts to go higher, right? And this is the moment when we trade it, right? So there is these three phases. Again, it's a accumulation, right? It's a manipulation phase, and then we have a distribution, right? I'm going to highlight it like this, and you will see the reason why I'm drawing this for you, because I will tell you right now quite good information, right? And let's make this one as a distribution, right? So what is interesting in here is that what's mostly is happening, right? It's of course not a rule, but it will give you a good information, right? So this is mostly happening in a specific times, and it is mostly during a London session or the New York session, right? Especially during the openings. In the Forex, it can obviously also happen in the Asia. Then you trading the continuation in here, but it's not about this video. But what I want to tell you in here is that mostly the distribution phase is 2 times bigger than a accumulation, right? So you can measure that by using the Fibonacci, and we switch into a distribution phase once we close above the last down candle, right? So if this is your bearish candle, down candle, and we close above it, that's when the order block is created, and that means that we are switching from a manipulation phase into a distribution. That's when it is safe to put your stop loss down here, right below this one, and then you can start to be targeting some opposing highs, right? Now I want to show you something. You can use a Fibonacci and you can measure this distance, and you can put this standard deviations, right? I need to make it like that, right? And to the lows like this, right? And price is often going for at least 2 standard deviations, right? So basically what I drew here is this manipulation is a 1 deviation, right? You have 1, 2, right? So this distance mostly happens 1 times, 2 times, right? And that's what is the powerful on the strategy, and that is what's powerful on any strategy. So we got a ranges, and we're looking for a manipulation on the bottom or on the top of the range, and we're targeting the opposing range, but also we want to be taking some partial in here, right? So this is a accumulation, manipulation, distribution concept, right? Someone calls it like an ICT concept. That's a bullshit. It's not his concept. It's a normal way how the market is moving, right? He didn't invent anything. Anyway, if you're getting some value, let me know in the comments and hit the like, right? So let's look how it looks in the real world. Right now we are going to check this situation, right? And you can probably already see it in here, and this is my post from a trading view, right? So we can see, again, we can be looking for a similar pattern, but we are not pattern traders. We need to find it in a specific situation, and it is when my CLS range has occurred in here, right? Then we are looking for accumulation, right? In here we have manipulation, right? In the moment when the candle has closed above this consecutive down candles, right, we switched into a distribution phase, right? So what does it mean? It means that if we put stop loss below here, it would be safe in here, and we could be targeting those 2 standard deviations, right? This expansion. So let's see how did it play out in here, right? And here we can see it, right? So we had the manipulation, then we switched into the expansion phase, right? Price started to move and it expanded, right? He was awake, but it didn't go below this low, right? So you would be safe in there. Why? Because traders are trapped in this short, right? Many people are seeing this as a consolidation and breakout, right? And that's where they are mostly trapped in the opposing side of the move, right? So right, here was actually the trade from this example, right? So we had this consolidation and then the expansion, right? You can see there was a profit 5.8 and 2.1, right? So almost a 8k profit in here. And as we have this information in here, how did I know that we will still go higher, right? Look, they have left these two relatively equal highs, right, which is in other words a double top, right? So what people could be thinking in here, we have a consolidation, breakout, retest, double top, 2 times rejection, right? That means that the price should not go above here, right? So what's gonna happen, it will be exact opposite, right? So I have entered long in here and it went into here, right? So you can see distribution phase, and in the 50% of that CLS range, price has reversed, right? So here we have this CLS range, right? And we're targeting a 50%, which giving us a nice risk reward trade, right? Now, because we know that the dollar index is exact opposite of the euro, right? So let's see what we could trade here on the euro, right? This is the same time period, right? Look what was in here. We have again our range, and we're looking for a manipulation. So what we want to see, we want to see a accumulation, which has happened in here, right? Then we have a manipulation, which was in here, right? It wasn't too deep, it doesn't matter, right? In this case, and then we have a distribution phase, right? Now, I have again created this accumulation, manipulation, and the distribution, right? Because price is fractal, and you will always see before every expansion move, before every sharp move, you will see this pattern playing out, right? You need to be thinking about it. You should have a rule, no manipulation, no trade, right? Now, let me show you something else. I have highlighted this low as a transition candle. It's a specific level which has a high accuracy and as a liquidity, and price is often going in there. So let's look how did it play out in here, right? So you see price has came exactly into this level and reversed there, right? Look what happened next. It went up, right? So what I have traded short, right? Because you have accumulation, manipulation, distribution phase, right? Closed multiple orders in 0.94 exactly in here before the price has reversed up. And that's it. There's no any secret on the markets, no any secret strategy. This is simply how the market is working, right? Let's look to another thing, right? Here is again euro, right? We have the range, we have a key level, accumulation. Once the price manipulate and move higher, right? Accumulation, we're waiting for the manipulation and the shoot up, right? This was during the NFP, right? So look at this, boom, right? You see small manipulation and then strong expansion, right? If you go just into the markets and start to watching this, it will not work for you. You need to have your trading journal, which you can get in the link below, and you need to put in a work. You can also join my trading community where you can find a trading partner and make a bet about doing a trading journal, just a small gentleman's bet. And let me tell you why. Because if you bet with someone, if you challenge someone by doing something which you know that you should do but not doing it, it will force you to do it. It's proven by the neuroscience that this is how the human brain works. So if you're struggling to pushing yourself into doing this, which you know that you should have to be successful, join us, because there is a growth mindset community of the traders who are trading exactly what I have shown you right now in here.